Welcome to Design Space Friday. Today we're going to create a window pane card. So the first thing we're going to do is get started. So let's bring in our square. All right, now we are going to make it into the card base, and we're going to start with a 4 1/4 and then like that by 5 1/2 card base, and we're going to make it pink, and we're going to move it to the 1 in 1 position. All right, the next thing we're going to do is bring in another square, and we're just move it over here for a minute. We're going to make this one 3 1/4, and then we're going to duplicate it, and we're going to make this one 1 1/4. All right, so let's move this one out of the way for a little while. All right, so we're going to start with this. We're going to make a 4 pane window pane, so let's go ahead and get 4 of these. All right, so then we are going to move this one to 8 and 2. We are going to move this one. You'll see where I'm going in just a minute. We're going to put it 1/4 of an inch apart, so we're going to put this at 9.5 and 2. Again, we're going to do it 1/4 of an inch apart, so we're going to put this one at 8 and 3.5, and this one will be at 9 1/2 by 3 1/2. All right, so now we have our 4 window panes together, and we are going to attach them because we're going to want to align them to our other square. So we will shift and grab all, and you can see we have the big square and all 4 of the attached squares. We're going to align it and center it. Now it's exactly where we want it to go, but we can't slice the attached shapes, so we are going to detach those, and then we will pick up one and hold that, pick up the big one and slice out that little square from the large one. All right, and we are going to undo something just a minute. Sorry, you're going to get to see me in, while these are attached, we're going to duplicate that and save that for something else in just a few. So let's slide that again out of the way. All right, now we're back. Detach. All right, and then we are going to slice. Hope that didn't confuse you, but I just wanted a duplicate of those 4 squares. And then again, we're going to arrange this to the back. You don't have to arrange it to the back if you can figure out which squares you're slicing on the side. But for the video purposes, I like you to be able to see what I'm grabbing. So I'm grabbing one of the small squares, shift holding and getting the large square, and then slicing that small square out of the center. And one last time, and we're going to move that to the back, and then shift, and we have all of that, and now we're going to slice that out. All right, so now you have the perfect window pane. And now we're going to actually make another window pane out of our card. So what I'm going to do is bring the duplicated one that we did earlier, and we're going to shift and hold on to the card base. And this time we're going to center it horizontally. Now, because we put this at 1 in 1, then this is centered horizontally, and you can see that it is 1.75 from the left, and it will be 1.75 from the right, but it is not 1.75 from the top because we only did the horizontal. So we can go ahead and change that. So now we have an even space around the top with a larger space at the bottom. So what we're going to do now is detach this and select and that. And the same thing we did with the square. This time we're just going to do it with the card base. I'm going to move that to the back and slice. And this gives you several options to use the window base. You can use just this card base that we're doing as a front of a card, and then you can stamp or put things behind it. You can make it into a shaker box by putting your foam tape around the outside. and putting in the plastic in the windows. There's so many things that you can do. So now we have a window pane out of the card front, as well as a window pane that's just the squares. So that's all I'm going to show this week. Next week, I'm going to show you how to do the same or similar version of this, but actually with a full card base. So I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next Friday.